Let us now move to the next item, 8B. We will now move the nomination submitted by the Republic of Korea. I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings of the body on this nomination can be presented to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Yandinughu Lantern Lighting Festival in the Republic of Korea, submitted by the Republic of Korea. Yangdong-hu Lantern Lighting Festival takes place during the 4th month of the lunar calendar. The festival is a time of joy during which social boundaries are temporarily erased. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria and in particular appreciated the inclusion of a set of safeguarding measures aimed at preventing unintended results of the inscription of the element. This well-prepared file is a good example of how inscription of an element can contribute to ensuring the visibility and awareness of the significance of intangible cultural heritage in general. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for this detailed explanation of the different issues raised during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment for this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole? I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B1 adopted. Congratulations, Republic of Korea. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. As the head of the Heritage Agency of the Republic of Korea, I am very pleased and welcome the committee's decision to inscribe Yeondeung-hae. I extend my deepest appreciation to the member states,
Madam Chair, are you with us?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, it seems we have an issue with Republic of Korea.
Risk offers a great opportunity to enhance mutual understanding between countries and deepen their friendship. However, it is not always the case in reality, as seen in many recent examples of UNESCO inscription. I do anticipate that the spirit of dialogue of Yeondeung-hae will be widely shared, offering inspiration in addressing conflicts between countries. Venerable Won-eng is here with me. He would like to add a few comments, please.
존경하는 위원회 의장님, 그리고 오늘 심사에 참여해 주신 관계자 여러분 감사합니다.
I would like to express my gratitude to the Madam Chairperson of the committee and to all the members involved in the decision.
오늘 인류 무형유산 등재 결정은 대한민국 국민에게 주신 큰 선물입니다. 연등회가 대한민국의 오랜 역사와 함께한 대표 문화이며 축제이기 때문입니다.
Today's decision to be inscribed as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity is a great gift to Korea because the lantern lighting is a representative culture and festival with the long history of our nation.
어둠을 밝혀 행복한 세상을 기원하는 연등회의 공동체 정신을 통해 코로나19가 빨리 극복되기를 바랍니다. 그리하여 내년 대한민국에서 개최되는 연등회에서 여러분을 만나기를 희망합니다.
Let's hope COVID-19 will be overcome quickly through the spirit of the community of the Lantern Lighting Festival, wishing a happy world by lighting up the darkness. And I hope to meet you at the next year's Lantern Lighting Festival in Korea.
오늘 계기로 연동회가 세계인에게 더욱 사랑받는 무형유산이 될 수 있도록 연동회의 보존과 발전을 위해 최선의 노력을 다할 것입니다. 여러분의 결정에 거듭 감사드립니다.
Starting from today, we'll do our best to safeguard and develop the Lantern Lighting Festival so that it can become an intangible cultural heritage that is loved more by the world. Once again, thank you for your support.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Republic of Korea. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings of the body on the next nomination on the representative list can be presented to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is traditional music band from Romania, submitted by Romania. The traditional music band from Romania is an instrumental band formed of a minimum of 3 players who play the melody, harmonic arrangements, and rhythmic harmonic support on 3 different instruments. There can be more than 3 instruments in the band, but the number of instruments remain the same. The evaluation body considered that the information provided is not sufficient to determine criteria R1, R2, R3, R4, and R5. In particular, the information to determine the actual scope of the element being transmitted and does not demonstrate how the inscription of the element would contribute to ensuring the visibility and awareness of the significance of intangible cultural heritage in general. The proposed safeguarding measure shows insufficient information about the methodology applied to involve community members in drafting these measures. Furthermore, the insufficient information about participation of the members of the communities concerned in the nomination process and how initiated the nomination process was not clear. The periodicity and modality of updating are not specified for the inventory. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends that this nomination to be referred to the submitting state. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for this detailed explanation of the different issues raised during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment for this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole? I see no objection. As there's no objection, I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B2 adopted. Romania, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. C'est un honneur pour moi, en tant que représentant de la Roumanie, d'intervenir devant le comité. Je tiens aussi à vous féliciter de la manière dont vous remplissez vos importantes fonctions de président de ce comité. La Roumanie a proposé la candidature de l'élément les groupes de musique traditionnels appelés des taraf en vertu de sa place parmi les plus importantes dans le patrimoine culturel immatériel de Roumanie. De fait, dans la vie de presque tous les jours de nombreuses communautés du pays, ainsi que compte tenu du potentiel indéniable à notre avis de l'élément de faire part de la liste représentative du patrimoine culturel immatériel de l'humanité. D'après nous, l'essentiel de cet élément, très bien saisi par l'organe d'évaluation, auquel nous remercions de son travail laborieux, se situe au niveau de son rôle dans l'encouragement de l'identité culturelle locale, du sentiment d'appartenance à la communauté, de la diversité culturelle, mais également dans le respect mutuel entre les principaux groupes ethniques de Roumanie, comme le dossier le mentionne, roumains, hongrois, roms, allemands, slovaques, serbes, tout comme l'importance de la transmission de l'élément en famille, directement, d'une génération à l'autre. Également important, le type de communauté au sein desquelles l'élément est pratiqué, transmis, est devenu représentatif pour les petites communautés rurales de Roumanie, mais même au-delà de ce cadre dans le milieu urbain et même en dehors des frontières roumaines comme source d'inspiration, et tout cela suite à un intérêt d'un public substantiel. Il s'agit ici, à notre avis, d'aspects d'une importance particulière et les autorités roumaines en tiendront compte attentivement, tout comme elles le feront avec tous les autres aspects mis en évidence dans l'évaluation lors de la future resoumission de la candidature des groupes de musique traditionnelle de Roumanie. Je vous remercie, Madame la Présidente.
Thank you, Romania. Saudi Arabia has withdrawn its file. We will therefore move to the file submitted by Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. Evaluation body, could you please present us this file?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is traditional weaving of Al-Sadu, submitted by Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. Traditional weaving of Al-Sadu refers to the traditional woven textile made by Bedouin women. In Arabic, Al-Sadu means weaving done in horizontal style. The cloth forms tightly woven, durable textile, and the weavers make use of natural fibers found in their natural environment. The evaluation body considered that criteria R1, R4, and R5 met, but that the information provided is not sufficient to determine whether criteria R2 and R3 are satisfied. In particular, the information provided does not sufficiently demonstrate how the inscription would contribute to ensuring the visibility of intangible cultural heritage in general at the local, national, and international levels. Moreover, insufficient information is provided on the fragile balance between traditional craftsmanship and contemporary artistic application, as well as on the guarantees in place to ensure the fair amount of the profit are turned to the key stakeholders. The nomination does not propose safeguarding measures to respond to these challenges. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends that this nomination be referred to the submitting state. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. For this nomination, an amendment has been tabled by Morocco. Would Morocco like to take the floor at this time?
Yes, Madam. Thank you. Merci, Madame la Présidente. Je voudrais d'abord saluer le travail accompli par les organes d'évaluation et les remercier parce que c'est énorme ce qu'ils ont fait. Simplement, par rapport à cet amendement, il me semble que d'abord, je salue la présentation par l'Arabie Saoudite et le Koweït de cet élément. Et puis, je salue également l'Arabie Saoudite d'avoir retiré le second élément qu'elle avait présenté pour à prendre le temps de se mettre en conformité avec les principes et les recommandations des organes d'évaluation. Mais je voudrais simplement dire que je pense que l'Arabie Saoudite a parfaitement interagi avec les organes d'évaluation en fournissant les éléments d'information qui manquaient et qui sont justement dans le fond de l'amendement qui a été proposé par le Maroc. Et c'est pour ça que nous estimons opportun bien sûr, si les membres du comité le veulent bien, d'adopter cet amendement parce que, il travaille sur les principes et les valeurs de notre convention et secondo, il assure la promotion et l'autonomisation des femmes et je pense que c'est extrêmement important en plus de la valeur, bien sûr, de l'élément lui-même. Donc, voilà ce que je voulais dire dans un premier temps. Peut-être que je reviendrai tout à l'heure s'il est nécessaire d'intervenir. Merci, Madame la Présidente.
Thank you, Morocco. I recognize Kazakhstan, who would wish to intervene, but we will go with the methodology of raising hands.
Si vous me permettez, Madame la Présidente, juste pour dire que l'amendement est co-sponsorisé par l'Azerbaïdjan, Djibouti, le Kazakhstan, la Côte d'Ivoire, le Panama, le Botswana et le Cameroun. Merci, Madame la Présidente.
Thank you, Morocco, for your comments. I believe we're now ready to move to the adoption of the decision paragraph by paragraph. Can we consider paragraph 1 adopted? Paragraph 1 adopted. Before we move to the examination of the amendments proposed, I believe the Secretariat would like to intervene. Mr. Curtis, the floor is yours.
Madam, I'm not sure. I didn't ask to intervene. Unless it's to just to confirm that we did indeed receive, as was stated by the delegation of Morocco, we received the following endorsements of this file from Azerbaijan, Djibouti, Kazakhstan, Cote d'Ivoire, Panama, Botswana, and Cameroon.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Curtis. Let us continue with the adoption of paragraph 2 as a whole. Any objection? Paragraph 2?
Oh, sorry, Madam.
Please go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Madam Chair. Indeed, this is in the same vein as the decision on Egypt. The amendments submitted by Morocco concern criterion R2 and R3, as well as paras 4 and 5. And should the committee wish to adopt these amendments, the Secretariat would suggest that the committee apply a similar decision as we did for the decision 15.8.3 of Egypt. And the draft decisions, again, will therefore show the para 2 as initially proposed, while para 3 will include the amended criterion. Again, we are following the same procedure we said we would now adopt to be in line with past practice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis, for this clarification. Let us continue with the adoption of paragraph 2 as a whole. Any objection? I see no objection. I'm sorry, I think a member wants to intervene here. Let me see. Jamaica, you're recognized. Please take the floor. Jamaica?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry, this was in error. So we will take the floor at an appropriate time, if you so wish.
Thank you. So at this point, we will continue with the adoption of paragraph 2 as a whole. Any objection? I see no objection. Adopted. Criterion R2 with the amendment submitted by Morocco. May I ask only those states wishing to support the amendment to raise your hands. I would like to ask the Secretariat to read out the name of those supporting the amendment.
Madam Chair, at the moment, the hands I read are China, Japan, Brazil, Republic of Korea, Peru, Jamaica, Sri Lanka, Djibouti, and Djibouti.
Mr. Curtis, have we identified all those supporting?
We see now Rwanda. Please add Rwanda. I believe we are ready, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I see that the amendment proposed benefits from a relative active support. Can we therefore adopt the paragraph as amended? Adopted. Could we adopt criterion R3 with the amendment submitted by Morocco? May I ask only those states wishing to support the amendment to raise your hands? I would like to ask the Secretary to read out the names of those supporting the amendment.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I read Brazil, Republic of Korea, China, Peru, Jamaica, Japan, Djibouti. Sri Lanka. Rwanda.
Secretariat,
Yes, I believe you may proceed. We have, again, Brazil, Republic of Korea, China, Peru, Jamaica, Japan, Djibouti, Rwanda, and Sri Lanka.
so I see that the amendment proposed benefits from a relative active support. Can we therefore adopt the paragraph as amended? Adopted. We can now adopt paragraph 3 as a whole. Okay, thank you. We can now adopt paragraph 3 as a whole. No objection? Adopted. We have now adopted all 5 criteria. So I believe there is no objection to adopt paragraph 4 as amended. Can we do so now? Adopted. I understand that Czechia wishes to propose an amendment. Please, Czechia, take the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Czechia acknowledges the inscription of Al-Sadu to the representative list. However, together with the evaluation body, we are a little bit concerned about the risks that the 2 states parties are very well aware of because they stated them very clearly in the nomination file. That's why we would like to support Saudi Arabia and Kuwait in their efforts, and we would propose an amendment as a paragraph number 5 if our committee member colleagues agree with it. And the amendment would read, encourages the states parties to be aware of possible unintended negative results of the inscription and to reflect them together with the threats identified in the file in all their safeguarding efforts. And I can see that there is a proposal that the last paragraph should be deleted about the periodic updating. We would prefer to keep the last paragraph. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Czechia. Can we see the proposal of Czechia on the screens, please?
Oui.
I would like to ask those members who support the amendment, the proposed amendment, I would like to ask them to raise their hands if they agree. And I'd like the Secretariat to indicate those countries that have raised their hands.
Madam Chair, I read the Netherlands, Switzerland, Sweden, Sri Lanka. Madam Chair, I believe the list is as I just read it.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. I see that the amendment proposed does not benefit from a relative active support. Can we therefore adopt the paragraph as initially proposed? We will remove the paragraph as it was a new paragraph and move on to paragraph 6 to paragraph 5 as we had originally. Here we also have an amendment to paragraph 5.
Madam Chair, the Netherlands is asking for a point of order.
Can I speak?
Please go ahead, Netherlands. Yes.
Thank you. It seems to me now that every amendment needs to have active, broad support. And I thought that there could also be amendments supported by only 5 countries or 3 or 4 countries if there were no countries opposing. So could that rule be explained again? Thank you.
Thank you, Netherlands. Mr. Curtis?
Madam Chair, I understand the question from the Netherlands, which stated, as you mentioned, the decision-making process, as has been done since the decision in Addis Ababa, that for any amendment under items relating to the work of the evaluation body, the chair will first look for active relative support. And should there be an active relative support is understood to be about a third of members of the committee, and should there not be a consensus among the active relative support, the chair will then look for broad active support, meaning the broad number, the broad part of the committee members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. I now ask for the adoption of paragraph 5. Any objection? No objection? Adopted. Please take the floor. Okay, Sri Lanka, you've lowered your hand. We can now adopt the entire decision as a whole. Any objection? There is no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8b4 adopted as seen on the screens. Submitting states, the floor is yours for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to thank the committee members, and thank the evaluation body for their very relevant evaluation that certainly we're going to take into consideration and follow in preserving this very important element. And we have shared a video that we would like to share with you all, and it's going to be short, so you can see with us this beautiful element of Sadhu. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings of the body on the next nomination can be presented to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Zalkosa pottery making, hand-wheel pottery making in the village of Zalkosa, submitted by Serbia. Zalkosa pottery making, hand-wheel pottery making in the village of Zalkosa relates to the knowledge and the skills involved in making unglazed vessels for ceramic food processing. Moreover, the pottery is closely associated with the village of Zalkosa and its environs due to its close link with the natural environment, which provides the raw material. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria, and in particular appreciated that the Potters Association has established a close cooperation with institutions responsible for the safeguarding of cultural heritage to prevent any negative effect resulting from the inscription. Furthermore, the elements contribute to the preservation of the environment and raising awareness of the importance of environmental safeguarding in the interest of sustainable development. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for this detailed explanation of the different issues raised during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any. In fact, I understand that Kuwait would like to intervene. You're
Yes,
recognized, Kuwait.
thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, in the Saudi Arabia and the Kuwait files, there should be a video played after the inscription has been done for all the nomination files. I don't know why it's been skipped. And also after that, I need 20 seconds to thank the committee and the evaluation body. So if we can go back and look at the video, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Kuwait.
Madam Chair?
Please go ahead, Mr. Curtis.
Just concerning the video, and I understand my colleagues, we only received the video this morning. We did not have time to upload it into the system, but perhaps we could find a time later to show it once we have found the time. We apologize, but I think we had informed the submitting state that we were not in a position with the short time in order to upload it. So we could do so at a later stage of this meeting. Thank you.
Okay, can I just say Kuwait statement at least in 30 seconds?
Please, one moment, Kuwait. Kuwait, we will complete this part of the proceedings and then you will be given the floor.
Thank you.
Okay. So the Bureau did not receive any request for debate or amendments to this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screen as a whole? May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole? I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8b5 adopted. Congratulations, Serbia. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes.
Thank you. On behalf of the Republic of Serbia, I would like first of all to thank to the Secretariat for organization of this meeting and also for the evaluation body and committee for recognizing Zlakusa pottery as an element of intangible cultural heritage. We prepared a short video for presenting this element, so we hope that we can now display this video. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now recognize
U podnožju
Kuwait.
I na obroncima krečnjačke gradine Drežnik, ta krupne granulacije i težine zahteva primjenu tehnike građenja posude namotajima. Ručno vitlo je jedina mehanička sprava koja omogućava primjenu ove tehnike, što je razlog njegovog opstanka do danas. Ujedno, oblikovanje posuda na ručnom vitlu je jedini korak u procesu proizvodnje zlakuske lončarije, koji ne može biti modernizovan, a da to ne utiče negativno na kvalitet finalnih proizvoda i ne narušava njihovu funkcionalnost. Pečenje se do kraja 20. veka obavljalo na otvorenoj vatri. Dužina pečenja varirala je u zavisnosti od veličine i vrste posuda, kao i od njihove količine, a sudovi su se vadili iz vatre jedan po jedan u trenutku kad pobele. Danas svi lončari imaju peći na drva, a pojedini su počeli da koriste i električne peći. Kvalitet hrane koja se kuva u zlakuskoj lončariji doprineo je da poraste i individualna potražnja, budući da se ove posude mogu koristiti i u kućnim uslovima. Porastom ekološke svesti keramika u svakodnevnoj upotrebi sve više dobija na značaju, pa tako i potražnja za zlakuskim posudama neprestano raste, a sa njom i broj lončara, kojih danas ima preko 30, od kojih je većina ispod 40 godina starosti.
I will now recognize Kuwait. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On behalf of the State of Kuwait, we thank the committee, UNESCO, the evaluation body, and our nominating submitting partner, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for the inclusion of Al Sadu to the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage. With a special thanks to the nominating body in Kuwait, the National Council for Culture, Arts, and Letters, and the ICH team, as well as the 5 partners and community guardian of Teaching Sadu, the Sadu House, and all those who contributed to the nominating this file with their time and consents and their expertise. With a special thanks and dedication to the master weavers, keeping this tradition alive, as well as those interested in learning as Sadu, so that we may have pride in it for decades to come, inshallah. Thank you all. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Kuwait. I will again give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings of the body on the next nomination can be presented to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Hawker Culture in Singapore, Community Dining and Culinary Practices in a Multicultural Urban Context, submitted by Singapore. The next file, Hawker Culture in Singapore, Community Dining and Culinary Practice in a Multicultural Urban Context, is present throughout Singapore as a social space that embraces people from diverse socioeconomic backgrounds. Hawker centers play a crucial role in enhancing community interactions and strengthening the social fabric. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria and wishes to commend the state party for devising creative ways to encourage the active participation of the communities concerned in the nomination process. From the very outset, the body also appreciated that safeguarding measures effectively foster dialogue, creativity, and sustainability. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for this detailed explanation of the different issues raised during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendments for this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole? I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B6 adopted. Congratulations, Singapore. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes. I see where you may be having your video played. Please go ahead with the video, Secretary.
Singapore is tremendously honored to have our hawker culture as our very first inscription on the UNESCO representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity. I wish to thank the evaluation body for your favorable recommendation, as well as the Intergovernmental Committee for your support and endorsement of the inscription. Singapore's hawker culture is a source of pride for Singapore and all Singaporeans. It reflects our living heritage and multiculturalism, and is an integral part of the daily lives of everyone in Singapore, regardless of age, race, or background. I thank all our hawkers and all Singaporeans for their overwhelming support of this nomination. Today's inscription reminds us of the values of resilience, adaptability, and unity, which have become even more important this year in the fight against COVID-19. We pledge to do our part to safeguard our intangible cultural heritage, as well as to contribute to the dialogue and collaboration in line with the spirit of the convention. Thank you once again to UNESCO for this recognition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Singapore.
Having hawker culture recognized as part of UNESCO representative list of intangible cultural heritage is a proud moment for all of us here in Singapore.
என் அப்பா இந்த கடையை 15 வருஷமா நடத்திட்டு வராரு. நான் இப்போ இந்த கடையை நடத்திட்டு வரேன்.
交换中心不只是一个用餐的地方，也是一个让所有新加坡人 能聚集在一起的社区共餐空间。
Sebagai penjajah muda yang meminati budaya penjajah, saya berharap pengikhtirafan UNESCO ini akan memberi inspirasi kepada orang lain untuk bergabung dengan saya dalam menjalankan bahagian penting warisan budaya Singapura ini.
Hawker culture is part of what makes Singapore, Singapore. Thank you for the honor of this recognition.
Thank you. Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Nandri.
Thank you. Thank you. Evaluation body, could you please present us the next file?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Wine Horse, submitted by Spain. Los Caballos del Vino, Wine Horses, takes place each year from 1st to 3rd of May in Caravaca de la Cruz and forms part of the fiestas held in honor of the Santa Zima Yevera Cruz in Caravaca. The equestrian ritual consists of a series of events in which the horse is the protagonist. The evaluation body considered that criteria R1, R3, R4, and R5 are met, but that the information provided is not sufficient to determine whether criteria R2 is satisfied. In particular, the nomination fails to convincingly demonstrate how the inscription would contribute to ensuring the visibility and awareness of the safeguard of the significance of similar practices around the world, especially those related to horse or festivals. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends that this nomination be referred to the submitting state. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. For this nomination, an amendment has been tabled by Brazil. Would Brazil like to take the floor?
Gracias, señora presidenta. Tal y como ya habíamos manifestado, entendemos que el proceso de diálogo ha aportado gran dinamismo al trabajo de evaluación de las candidaturas. Este proceso ha permitido el aumento de inscripciones de candidaturas al superar pequeñas cuestiones técnicas por la vía del diálogo. Sin embargo, aunque el proceso de diálogo ya esté incorporado al trabajo de evaluación, algunas candidaturas con recomendación de referral no han podido beneficiarse de estas consultas y por lo tanto no han podido aclarar el supuesto incumplimiento de algunos de los criterios necesarios. Tal nos parece ser el caso de la candidatura presentada por España, los Caballos del Vino de Caravaca de la Cruz. El órgano evaluador ha considerado que la candidatura no había atendido al segundo criterio, R2, pero consideramos que si la candidatura hubiese podido participar del proceso de diálogo, se habría demostrado que este criterio, considerado incumplido por el órgano evaluador, en realidad se cumple. Antes que nada, la candidatura encarna un valor universal y transversal a todas las comunidades del mundo, el respecto a la relación cercana entre el mundo animal y el ser humano. En relación al criterio 2, señora presidenta, con su autorización, pediría a la delegación de España quisiera cómo el elemento contribuye a garantizar la visibilidad y la conciencia de la importancia de las prácticas similares en todo el mundo, especialmente las relaciones con los caballos o los festivales. Quería preguntar también, además, cómo la inscripción de este elemento puede contribuir a mejorar el diálogo entre comunidades, grupos e individuos o a fomentar la diversidad cultural y creatividad. Gracias, señora presidenta.
Thank you. Thank you. I know Poland has asked for the floor, but I will go with the methodology. Also, Spain had asked for the floor, but yeah, so as I indicated before, to Poland, I will go with the methodology. However, Spain, as a submitting state, please take the floor, as you have indicated you wish to do so.
Muchas gracias, señora presidenta, y felicidades por su maestría en la dirección de este comité.
Efectivamente, agradezco al embajador de Brasil que nos permita solicitarme esta intervención, porque vamos a compensar la que no hemos podido tener con el órgano evaluador al no concedernos el proceso dialogado, que sin duda habría aclarado perfectamente esta pequeña duda que surge, ya que los criterios fundamentales de la candidatura están resueltos. Estamos hablando de una fiesta de más de 300 años que tiene su base de partida en un ritual que viene a ponerse a rendirle culto a la naturaleza, bendiciendo las flores y los frutos del viñedo y sus derivados. Y que a partir de ahí, sin interrupción, se mantiene por las comunidades locales de Caravaca, en el que se establece un diálogo entre caballistas, entre veterinarios, entre criadores, entre bordadores. Porque aquí se enlaza, señora presidenta.
Spain, we have a point of order. Poland, on a point of order, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I just wanted to ask that, according to the rules of procedures, a committee member may ask a submitting party a question regarding the nomination, whether the criteria are not fully fulfilled. So for that reason, Poland, as a committee member, wishes to address a question to a state party who is submitting the nomination dossier. And please, if we could follow this rules of procedures, we would love to also have some questions. And for that reason, I would like to give the floor to the expert from my country and would like to raise questions to Spain. Thank you, Madam Chair.
May I, Mrs. Chairperson?
Excuse me. I believe Spain was still answering the question from Brazil, and perhaps afterwards the chair may wish to give the floor to Poland to ask a question. Thank you.
No sé si debo continuar.
May I just indicate that I'm now giving the floor to Spain to complete his presentation.
Sí, señora presidenta, estaba diciendo que hay un diálogo ya establecido entre comunidades en el que intervienen no solo los caballistas, que no cabalgan los caballos, sino que los acompañan, sino la comunidad de veterinarios, bordadores en este caso, criadores y todo el personal que participa, que está en diálogo permanente con otras fiestas del mundo. Esto no nace ahora, tiene mucho tiempo, y no solamente mezcla los caballos como valor simbólico de la simbiosis entre el ser humano y la naturaleza y el caballo, sino que hay todo un trabajo de un año de las bordadoras, las mujeres de Caravaca, pasan por sus manos su creativa imaginación hasta convertirla en arte, y esto se va difundiendo también con el resto de comunidades, de manera que imbrica el arte, que imbrica el amor por la naturaleza y que perfectamente está combinado ese respeto por el animal en un mundo como el que estamos en este momento. Ya hay un diálogo establecido con comunidades, no cabe ninguna duda que la inscripción en la lista lo que va a hacer es potenciar ese diálogo y dar visión al resto de fiestas del mundo para que tomen interés en torno a ese elemento común que es el caballo para todas ellas.
Thank you, Spain. Poland, now you can ask the questions you wanted to.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. As assessed by the evaluation body, the festival, together with related knowledge and techniques of work with horses, represents values of high importance for the local community. The tradition has also an impact on broader audiences, especially artists. The element is included in the inventory, and a safeguarding plan was elaborated to ensure viability of transmission. As we learn from the file, the initiative to nominate the element came directly from the bearers. Taking into account that communities of bearers are in the center of the convention, we wish to ask the delegation of Spain to explain more in detail which steps will be undertaken to ensure that the inscription would contribute to enhancing dialogue between communities, groups and individuals, as well as promoting cultural diversity and creativity. Thank you.
Thank you, Poland. I will now give the floor to Spain to respond.
Gracias, presidenta. Gracias a la ilustre representante de Polonia. Efectivamente, estaba intentando explicar antes que el diálogo lo tenemos ya abierto. Como bien ha explicado usted, los criterios principales de esta candidatura están soportados. El criterio que ofrecía dudas y que yo les vuelvo a repetir que hubiéramos podido, fíjese qué contradicción, se plantea dudas sobre si esto aportará diálogo y en cambio quien tenía la posibilidad de ofrecernos el diálogo, que era el gran evaluador, pues por la razón que sea, que respetamos, no nos lo ha ofrecido. Efectivamente, nosotros tenemos ya contacto con otras comunidades del mundo que tienen el caballo como elemento propio de distinción y como elemento sobre el que soporta la fiesta. Todas, cada una, tiene una forma de enfocarlo, pero la base de partida de Caravaca de la Cruz es el respeto al enfoque multicultural que cada comunidad hace, sea en Oriente Medio, sea en América Latina, donde también hay fiestas de ese tipo, o sea en Asia, porque partimos de que ese encuentro cuyo punto de unión va a ser esta inscripción, si se produce, nos va a permitir formar parte de esa red de fiestas o de declaraciones de patrimonio inmaterial que nos pondrá en contacto con todas ellas y les va además a animar a que de alguna manera trabajen sobre su fiesta, trabajen sobre ese diálogo y podamos establecer esa interrelación descubriendo, ya como les digo, se produce, pero descubriendo que es posible ese diálogo, que el que estamos haciendo ahora de manera amigable y encontrándonos unos a otros tiene un punto de encuentro que es la inscripción en la lista de patrimonio inmaterial de la UNESCO. La candidatura está fortalecida, la fiesta tiene 300 años y lleva casi 3 siglos ya buscando a sus pares en otras partes del mundo. A muchos los ha encontrado y a otros piensa encontrarlos con esta inscripción. Hay mucha solidez, hay una comunidad comprometida, hay un gobierno que la respalda y esperamos que sea la UNESCO. Por eso le pido a este comité el apoyo para esta candidatura.
Thank you. Thank you. I believe we're now ready to move to the adoption of the decision, paragraph by paragraph. Draft decision is on the screen. Can we consider paragraph 1 adopted? Adopted. Before we move to the examination of the amendments proposed, I believe the Secretary would like to intervene. Mr. Curtis, the floor is yours.
Madam Chair, I don't think I need to repeat that we have made the same proposals as we made for the other files in order to align to previous committee decisions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. Let us continue with the adoption of paragraph 2 as a whole. Any objection? No objection? Adopted. Criterion R2 with the amendment submitted by Brazil. May I ask only those states wishing to support the amendment to raise your hands? I would like to ask the Secretariat to read out the names of those supporting the amendment.
Madam Chair, at this stage I read Poland, China, Jamaica, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Peru, Republic of Korea, Kazakhstan, Panama, Czechia, Cote d'Ivoire, Sri Lanka, Djibouti. My list ends there now. Thank you. Sorry, Madam Chair, Rwanda.
So I can now indicate that I see that the amendment proposed benefits from broad active support. Can we therefore adopt the paragraph as amended? Adopted. We have now adopted all 5 criteria. So I believe there is no objection to adopt paragraph 4 as amended. Can we do so? Can we do so now? Adopted. There are no amendments proposed on paragraph 5, 6, 7, and 8. Could we adopt these 4 paragraphs as initially proposed? I recognize Poland. Please take the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to be a co-sponsor of this decision, and that's why I raised my hand as to follow the methodology with the decision at the point 4. So this was the reason that I raised my hand. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Poland. We can now adopt the entire decision let's go back. There are no amendments proposed. Paragraphs 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we could adopt these 4 paragraphs as initially proposed.
Sorry, Madam Chair, if I may, Jamaica also wishes to support. We raised our hand.
I recognize you, Jamaica. Go ahead, after which I will recognize Morocco.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We also support the amendment, para 4. So we'd like to be recognized as such. Thank you.
Morocco?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We also support the point in paragraph 4, please, made by Brazil and Kuwait. Thank you.
Thank you. Could we adopt these 4 paragraphs as initially proposed, if there is no objection? Adopted. We can now adopt the entire decision as a whole. Any objection? I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B7 adopted as seen on the screens. Spain, the floor is yours for 2 minutes.
Muchas gracias, señora presidenta. Quiero de todo corazón agradecer al comité el trabajo que ha hecho, también al órgano evaluador, en nombre de nuestra delegación y en nombre de nuestro gobierno. No sé si había un vídeo dispuesto. En cualquier caso, no quisiera consumir más tiempo porque creo que después de lo dicho, quien tiene que hablar un poco es el alcalde de Calatrava en nombre de la comunidad portadora, que supongo que estará conectado, si ello es posible, y si ustedes consideran técnicamente que el vídeo se puede pasar, perfecto, si no, no queremos generar problemas. Gracias a todos, gracias, señora presidenta, y le cedería el tiempo que queda al alcalde de Calatrava.
Gracias, señor embajador. Señora presidenta, muchas gracias. Es un orgullo agradecerles en nombre de todas las mujeres y hombres de Caravaca su apoyo y decirles que es un honor compartir con el resto del mundo nuestro legado más preciado, desde su origen humilde y popular hasta hacer universales los valores a todas las comunidades del mundo, tales como el respeto a una relación cercana entre seres humanos, animales y naturaleza, con la expresión artística como lenguaje común del ser humano. Nuestra intención cuando solicitamos la inscripción en la lista de patrimonio cultural inmaterial no era otra que la de compartir valores que se han transmitido de generación en generación, que han evolucionado en respuesta a su entorno y contribuyen a infundirnos un sentimiento de identidad y continuidad, ya que los caballos de vino de Caravaca de la Cruz han sobrepasado el puro acto festivo para convertirse en una de las señas de identidad más importantes de nuestra ciudad. Legado histórico, esencial, elemento vertebrador y unificador de la sociedad. Va a suponer también el enriquecimiento de la diversidad cultural como aspecto clave en el trabajo por la paz, la cooperación, la cohesión social, la integración y el desarrollo sostenible. Supone coser el legado de un pueblo con hilos de pasión, respeto y esperanza y compartirlo con otras culturas del mundo. Muchísimas gracias, estimados honorables miembros del comité. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Spain. I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings on the next nomination can be presented to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours one more time.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is craftsmanship of mechanical watchmaking and art mechanics submitted by Switzerland and France. At the crossroad of science, art, and technology, the skills related to the craftsmanship of mechanical watchmaking and art mechanics are used to create watchmaking objects designed to measure and indicate time, watches, pendulums, clocks, and chronometer, art automaton, and mechanical androids, sculptures and animated paintings, music boxes, and songbirds. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria. It is a well-prepared file that can serve as a good example of how inscription of an element on the representative list can contribute to ensuring the visibility and awareness of the significance of intangible cultural heritage. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of the element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for this detailed explanation of the different issues raised during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment, so I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screen as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B8 adopted. Congratulations, Switzerland and France. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes. In fact, I understand that there is a video to be played. So I'm asking the Secretariat to proceed.
Madame la Présidente, si vous me permettez, je vais prendre la parole 1 minute et ensuite on verra la vidéo. Au nom des 2 États soumissionnaires, la France et la Suisse, nous remercions le comité pour sa décision d'inscription et nous saluons le travail de l'organe d'évaluation. Les savoir-faire en mécanique horlogère et mécanique d'art se situent à la croisée de la technique, des sciences, des arts et de la poésie. Partagés, développés, transmis, valorisés par des artisans, des praticiens, des écoles, des musées, ces savoir-faire participent d'un tissu culturel immatériel commun se traduisant dans les valeurs, l'architecture, le vocabulaire ou les relations sociales. Cette inscription permet de renforcer encore la coopération entre les partenaires franco-suisses pour développer Arc Horloger, un projet commun de documentation, de transmission et de valorisation de ces traditions. Nous saluons le travail du groupe de pilotage binational qui a conçu minutieusement cette candidature et rassemblé les nombreux rouages et nous aimerions souligner l'excellente collaboration entre les 2 États partenaires qui a reposé sur une dynamique transfrontalière remarquable. And now I invite the Secretariat to screen the short 1-minute video. Thank you.
Thank you. Is the video being played now? Thank you. Thank you, Spain. Thank you. I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings of the body on the next nomination can be presented to the committee. Mr. Bul Saidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Sharfia fishing in the Kerkana Islands is submitted by Tunisia. Sharfia fishing in the Kerkana Islands is a traditional passive fishing technique that capitalizes on the hydrographic conditions, seabed contours, and natural resources both at sea and on land. The Sharfia is a fixed fishery system consisting of palm fronds embedded in the seabed to create a triangle barrier blocking the path of the fish, pulled in by the ebb tide and channeling them into capture chambers and finally into a net or a trap. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria. It's appreciated how the file focuses in the interconnections between ICH and the natural environment, contributing to the maintenance of biodiversity and the sustainable use of natural resources. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this detailed explanation of the different issues raised during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment, so I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B9 adopted. Congratulations, Tunisia. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Présidente. Je ne sais pas si vous me voyez ou vous m'entendez.
Oui.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Présidente. Je voudrais tout d'abord remercier les experts et les membres du comité de cette décision qui nous fait vraiment chaud au corps. Et je voudrais également associer nos remerciements à l'excellent travail fait par les experts de l'Institut national du patrimoine pour faire aboutir un très beau dossier comme celui-là. La région de Kerkena, qui est une région insulaire au centre de la Tunisie, porte aujourd'hui devant ce comité et devant la communauté internationale une expérience unique de rapport intelligent de l'homme à la nature, un rapport qui s'inscrit dans le respect d'abord de la nature, dans le respect des ressources halieutiques, mais aussi dans une ingéniosité que les experts ont souligné et on s'en félicite, en ce sens qu'elle est totalement intégrée à la nature, totalement respectueuse de l'environnement et elle montre l'enracinement du rapport humain en rapport respectueux à la nature. La Tunisie est extrêmement heureuse de cette inscription qui apporte ici une reconnaissance de ce savoir-faire ancestral. Nos historiens le font remonter à à des dizaines de siècles en arrière et les jeunes générations vont continuer à le porter aujourd'hui que cela est auréolé par la reconnaissance que c'est désormais un patrimoine universel. Nous sommes heureux de porter devant ce comité un dossier qui remplit les 5 conditions, c'est dire que nous sommes à la fois fiers de notre identité nationale, de notre spécificité locale, mais aussi de notre appartenance à la communauté internationale. La Tunisie est un membre actif, passionné et résolu de cette convention, dont nous saluons à la fois les porteurs au sein du secrétariat et les membres élus au comité. Merci beaucoup et à une très prochaine inscription, j'espère.
Thank you, Tanisha. Director General, I want to welcome you. I wish you were here with me in Jamaica, but we are communicating across waters. Welcome. Welcome, DG. I will again give the floor to the evaluation body so that the findings on the next nomination can be presented. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Al-Aflaj Traditional Irrigation Network System in UAE, Oral Traditions, Knowledge and Skills of Construction, Maintenance and Equitable Water Distribution, submitted by United Arab Emirates. Al-Aflaj and the related oral traditions, knowledge, and the skills of construction, maintenance, and equitable water distribution are a source of pride of the associated communities. Al-Aflaj is a traditional irrigation system which uses an underground tunnel to conduct water over long distance from an underground source to a basin where the community can access it. After initiating dialogue process, the evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria. At the international level, Al-Aflaj is an example of human creativity in adapting to the environment through one of the traditional irrigation methods, which along with other such creative methods in many regions of the world, enrich the cultural landscape. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of these elements on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you for this detailed explanation. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment for this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B10 adopted. Congratulations, United Arab Emirates. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. We wish to thank the evaluation body, the committee, and the Secretariat for the work they have carried out. We have shared a short video with the Secretariat, which we hope will be shown and which we are delighted to share with you. Thank you.
Thank you. We now see the video.
هذا المصطلح الأولي عندنا راعي البلد بنخله. يعتز بنخله، اللي هنا نخل هو من أهل البلد، ما عنده نخل مو من أهل البلد.
يسيرن وكذا، وحتى يوم يبن يدورن بنيه ولا شيء زين حق ولدها ولا شيء راح تصوب الشريعة زين. قالت لا تصير تحطي لي في البيوت وهذا، تروحين صوب الشريعة هناك، صوب الشريعة بتلقين بنات هلل البلاد هني إن بغيت من القطار روح شريعة القطارة، وإن بغيت من هيلي روح شريعة الهيلي، وإن بغيت من العيني روح شريعة العيني.
العيني ونشرب من الداودي. أول ألوف ما شيء، بيبات ما شيء، ماي مسافة ما شيء. الناس تجيب عروسها، طبخ عروسها، غسيل يروحوا الفلاية، يتغسلوا ويتسبحون من الفلاية.
هذا العمود ده عاملين له ارقام من تحت ومن هنا لهنا الى هنا الى هنا الى غايه بدايه طلوع الشمس ما ظله. في ناس قال لك والله شو اسمه مثل لك الفلك، قال الفلك متحمر الشمس، تحمر الشمس تطلع من وراء من على الجبال هذيلا وتحمر وتشخش خط الجبال من هناك. هذا له بادة يسمونه.
Thank you. Congratulations again, United Arab Emirates. I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings of the body on the next nomination can be presented to the committee. Mr. Vice Chairperson of the evaluation body, the floor is yours.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Le prochain dossier est un dossier multinational soumis par les Émirats arabes unis et Oman. L'élément proposé est la course de dromadaires, pratiques sociales et patrimoine festif associé aux dromadaires. La course de dromadaires est une pratique sociale populaire des deux États parties. L'élément est un pas important majeur de leur mode de vie nomade ainsi qu'une source d'inspiration et de créativité dans la poésie et la chanson. Après avoir initié un processus de dialogue sur le critère R4, l'organe d'évaluation a estimé que la candidature répond aux 5 critères. L'organe a noté que la pratique de l'élément permet aux membres des communautés de communiquer et de consolider leurs liens sociaux tout en renforçant la cohésion sociale et les sentiments de fierté. Ainsi, l'organe d'évaluation recommande l'inscription de la course de dromadaires, pratiques sociales et patrimoine festif associé aux dromadaires sur la liste représentative. Je vous remercie, Madame la Présidente.
Thank you. Thank you for this detailed explanation of the different issues raised during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment. Therefore, I ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screen as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B11 adopted. Congratulations, submitting states. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes. I also understand that there is a video to be played. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. For this, we also have a video to share. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is among the sports that has long been popular among communities, groups and individuals in the United Arab Emirates and the Sultanate of Oman.
الهجن حن من دهر ابانا واجدادنا كنا معتمدين عليهن اول في ظهورهن لان الهجن هذا لا مارسينهن من دهر ابانا واجدادنا اول مارسينهن على ركوبهن وعلى شلال فوقهن وعلى حليبهن الاوليات.
يا مرحبا حي خايف العاديات اللي
وهذا التراث هو تراثنا العريق اللي كان لنا دعم مادي ودعم معنوي.
Camel trainers have specific skills for training and qualifying camels for the race, including training them to follow instructions and commands during the race. leaders and trainers are keen to pass on their knowledge and experience in raising and training camels to their children and grandchildren. Winning a camel race is a joy shared by everybody in the community, all of whom gather together to watch and enjoy the races. Enthusiasts of all ages attend or follow races on television.
Thank you again. Congratulations. I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body to give us the findings on the next nomination. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Budima dance submitted by Zambia. The Budima dance is a warrior dance performed all year round by the Wi people on a number of somber and spiritual occasions, especially during traditional ceremonies, funeral processes, weddings, initiation ceremonies, the installation of chiefs, Thanksgiving, harvest celebrations, and ritual activities. The dance is performed with spears, whistles, walking sticks, knobkerries, flutes, ceremonial axes, shields, horns, trumpets, drums, and rattles. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria and noted that the element serves a unifying role for people from different communities. The state party has demonstrated that both the local communities and the state itself have supported the dance and enhanced the visibility through general and specific safeguarding measures. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of these elements on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you for this detailed explanation. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment for this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole? I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.8b 12 adopted. Congratulations, Zambia. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes.
Madam Chair, let me start by thanking the chairperson for convening this meeting and also congratulate the Secretariat for arranging the meeting despite the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. Zambia is grateful for having their Budima dance element recognized on the list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The Budima dance is practiced by the Way people of the Zambezi Gwembe Valley in the southern province of Zambia. The Budima dance was previously a war celebratory dance, but currently the dance is used for entertainment at weddings, funerals, installation of chiefs, traditional leaders, and at public and state functions. The recognition of the dance will go a long way in the preservation and promotion of the dance. The Zambian government will continue giving the moral, social, administrative, and economic support for the sustainability of the dance. Once again, we thank UNESCO for the support, the platform, and the forum which will help us in the preservation and promotion of our intangible cultural heritage in the country. I thank you, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you, Zambia. With Algeria having withdrawn its file, I will now give the floor to the representative of the evaluation body so that the findings of the body on the multinational nomination submitted by Algeria, Mauritania, Morocco, and Tunisia can be presented to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours again.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is knowledge, know-how, and practices pertaining to the production and consumption of couscous submitted by Algeria, Mauritania, Morocco, and Tunisia. the knowledge, know-how, and the practice pertaining to the production and consumption of couscous encompasses the methods of preparation, manufacturing conditions, and tools, associated artifacts, and circumstances of consumption of couscous in the communities concerned. The non-culinary aspects of the element, namely rituals, oral expression, and certain social practices, are also transmitted by barriers. Couscous is a dish replete with symbols, meanings, and cultural dimension, all linked to solidarity, conviviality, sharing meals, and togetherness. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria, and in particular appreciated the clear and consistent description of the element, taking into account aspects ranging from the preparation process to manufacturing conditions and tools, associated artifacts, and consumption practices. This well-prepared file is a good example of how the inscription of an element can contribute to ensuring the visibility and awareness of the significance of intangible cultural heritage in general. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment on this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screen as a whole? I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B14 adopted. Congratulations to the submitting states. His Excellency Mrs. Malika Ben Dauda, and I will repeat, His Excellency Mrs. Malika Ben Dauda, Minister of Culture and Arts of Algeria, will at this time take the floor. Minister, please make your presentation, and you're asked to do so in 2 minutes. Thank you so much. Minister, or Tim, go ahead.
Je voulais prévenir l'Algérie, on ne vous entend pas. Est-ce que votre microphone est bien allumé?
While we are awaiting the minister's intervention, I would invite...
I think we have her.
Okay.
L'Algérie, nous n'avons pas de son de votre part.
So can we take, Tunisia would like to take the floor, as well as Morocco. Can we do so while we try to get the technical problems solved?
Madam Chair, let us try to fix the technical problems, if you will. I think we almost have them. We'll just check with Algeria.
Or do we have to wait until
Yes, please. Maybe we could
Algeria's...
have a reggae chill moment. I'm not sure, but we will start. Just 1
Yes,
minute.
that's an excellent idea. Everything is going to be all right. We're doing good so far, are we?
Je voudrais savoir si Madame la ministre de la Culture de l'Algérie nous entend. Okay, 1 minute. Wait. Madam Chair, let us have a reggae chill moment, if you will.
Yes, we're going to give you some reggae right at this moment. Yes.
Jamaica supports that wholeheartedly, Chair.
Madame la ministre, vous nous entendez?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
It's the other Minister of Culture I'm asking. Madame la ministre de la Culture de l'Algérie, est-ce que vous m'entendez? Est-ce que vous pouvez faire signe si vous m'entendez? Oui. Prendre la parole peut-être pour voir si...
Don't worry about the things you hate. Every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about the things you have. Every little thing gonna be alright. If it mean Cholon tati, edamal sodam, inje ma sweet song, con melody bell dono, emiya, this is my message to you. Don't worry about the things you hate, every little gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about the things you have. Every little thing gonna be alright.
Woke up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds outside my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. So don't you worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. So don't you worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Oh, don't worry about the things you hate. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Every little thing is gonna be alright. Depin mi nane, taunangange na fuda, cholon tate, edamal sodam, and ye must sweet songs. Come melody bell donon, and we are. This is my message to you.
Est-ce que vous m'entendez?
No woman no cry. No woman no cry. No woman no cry. No woman no cry. I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Treasure. Over sending the hypocrite.
Allô? Allô?
Oui, bonjour, on vous entend.
Vous m'entendez?
Oui.
Très bien, c'est la ministre de la Culture et des Arts.
Welcome,
Algérie.
Minister. Please go ahead. Minister of Algeria, please go ahead. Minister Ben Daouda.
Okay,
Thank you.
merci. Thank you. السيدة أوليفيا جرانج رئيسة اللجنة الحكومية لحفظ التراث الثقافي الغير المادي، أعضاء اللجنة الحكومية، أعضاء لجنة التقييم، أود أن أعبر عن شكري وامتناني للجنة الحكومية لحفظ التراث الثقافي غير المادي باسم الشعب الجزائري وشعوب المنطقة المغاربية. إن الكسكس طبق لقاء وطقس مهم في تراثنا، رافق إنسان المنطقة منذ مئات السنين وما يزال. لقد عبر عن عبقرية استغلال الطبيعة والحفاظ عليها والإبداع في تدوير منتوجاتها لصالح الإنسان. نفخر اليوم أن نسجل طبق المحبة كتراث عالمي، وحيي الدول الشقيقة التي منحت ثقتها للجزائر في الإشراف على تنسيق هذا الملف في مختلف مراحله بغرض الوصول إلى هذه النتيجة السعيدة. يرجع تاريخ الكسكس إلى فترة 148 قبل الميلاد، حيث عثر على أواني طبخ تشبه تلك المستخدمة في تحضير الكسكس في مقابر تعود إلى فترة الملك ماسينيسا. إن تنوع أشكال تحضير الكسكس تحيلنا على فضيلة إنسانية وهي التعدد والاختلاف، وقد أقر به أجدادنا منذ فجر التاريخ، على غرار باقي دول المغرب العربي المشاركة في عرض ملف مشترك بغرض تسجيل العنصر المتعلق بالمعارف والمهارات والممارسات المرتبطة بإنتاج واستهلاك الكسكس على لجنتكم الموقرة. فإن الجزائر التي كانت دوماً أرضاً خصبة بإنتاجها الوافر للقمح لعصور قديمة، خاصة خلال الفترة النوميدية، كانت ضمن الدول السباقة لنشأة هذا الطبق الذي هو نتاج عمل صناعي تحويلي للبذرة إلى طعام شهي وغني. يرتبط الكسكس بالشكر، بالفرح، بالصبر، بالاحتفاء، بالإكرام وبقيم أخرى. شكراً لكم مرة أخرى.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you so much. I will now recognize Tunisia.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Présidente. Permettez-moi de partager avec vous un grand moment de fierté, non seulement en tant que Tunisien, mais en tant que Maghrébin. Le comité vient d'inscrire un élément fondateur de notre maghrébinité et je dirais même un marqueur de notre identité. Il ne s'agit pas seulement d'un plat, il ne s'agit pas seulement d'une graine, mais il s'agit aussi d'un mode de vie, d'une organisation de nos sociétés autour de ce plat. C'est un plat qui nous accompagne tout le long de la vie, dans des moments de bonheur, mais aussi dans des moments de tristesse et de deuil. C'est un vrai marqueur de la maghrébinité. Nous sommes aujourd'hui extrêmement émus du fait que nos pays aient pu transcender des lectures par moments différenciées, mais jamais éloignées, et montrer que l'UNESCO a une vertu. Elle est un lit vers lequel les confluents peuvent aller pour se rencontrer, pour reconnaître leur propre identité. Ce n'est pas une histoire d'un plat, même si c'est ce qu'on vient d'inscrire ou presque. C'est un élément de la culture. Et aujourd'hui, ce plat qui déborde du cadre maghrébin, puisque tout le monde sait qu'il est apprécié sur des tables éloignées du Maghreb, est aujourd'hui un élément de la circulation de nos cultures, du local, du régional vers l'universel. Il n'y a pas mieux, ou on va dire c'est l'un des meilleurs éléments que cette convention puisse nous donner à inscrire. Je suis fier en tant qu'ambassadeur de Tunisie, je suis fier d'avoir porté il y a 2 ans ce dossier avec mes collègues et je suis fier de représenter mon pays à l'UNESCO, cette organisation qui nous permet des moments de transcendance et de reconnaissance. Je suis absolument aujourd'hui bouleversé par la vertu du multilatéralisme appliqué dans le bon sens, à savoir la culture et l'universel. Nous vous donnons rendez-vous vers d'autres inscriptions, y compris intra- et inter-maghrébines. Merci beaucoup et à très très bientôt.
Thank you, Tanisha. Morocco, please take the floor.
Merci. Merci, Madame la Présidente. Je souhaite passer la parole à Monsieur le ministre Othman El-Firdaous, ministre de la Culture, de la Jeunesse et des Sports du Royaume du Maroc, qui est en ligne avec nous pour un mot de remerciement. Monsieur le ministre, je vous en prie.
Merci pour cette occasion.
Thank
Vous
you.
m'entendez?
Mauritania.
I'm sorry, the minister is speaking.
Voilà.
Oh, I'm sorry. Morocco, you gave the floor to your minister.
Yes.
Yes.
Voilà.
Okay.
Alors, je commence.
Minister, please go ahead.
OK. Vous m'entendez là? Oui, parfait. Alors, d'abord, c'est un grand jour. Hein. Je voudrais partager la joie de mes collègues algériens, tunisiens et mauritaniens. C'est vraiment une très belle nouvelle. Et comme l'a dit Monsieur le ministre de Tunisie, c'est vrai que ça fait du bien, finalement, de voir un multilatéralisme, dans le bon sens, un multilatéralisme vertueux. Et ça fait du bien de se rassembler ensemble autour de ces valeurs de partage. Alors, dans la civilisation du blé qui a dominé une très grande partie de l'hémisphère, évidemment, cette région du Maghreb a apporté sa petite variance. Et cette variance qui a été apportée, c'est celle du couscous, dont on sait qu'il a vraiment une très grande part donnée à la préparation, qui est une préparation communautaire, solidaire. Et je crois que je ne sais plus quel auteur au XVIIe siècle avait décrit les peuples du Maghreb comme halq al-ru'us, akl al-couscous ou lebs al-burnous, ce qui signifie les crânes rasés, mangeurs de couscous, porteurs de burnous. Et je crois que il me semble que c'est une situation apocryphe de Ibn Khaldoun ou de l'Hassan Youssi. Mais l'idée, c'est que derrière cette consommation, il y a vraiment un plat amazigh, un plat africain. Et et c'est un plat qui a voyagé également parce que c'était au départ un plat africain qui se consommait un peu comme le riz, c'est-à-dire en side, c'est-à-dire à part du plat principal. Et puis ce plat a voyagé avec les Berbères en Andalousie et il nous est revenu avec cet assortiment de légumes, de viande, parfois de raisins secs par-dessus. Et donc c'est un plat qui a voyagé, qui est parti africain, qui est revenu andalou européen. Et donc c'est vraiment un exemple de ce patrimoine universel qu'on a tous en partage, et ça fait vraiment du bien de l'avoir tous ensemble, nord-sud et puis est-ouest. Je voudrais dire aussi que transcender les frontières grâce à la cuisine et à la gastronomie ou la diplomatie gastronomique, c'est quelque chose qui est vraiment encore devant nous. Je crois qu'il me reste à présenter mes remerciements les plus chaleureux au comité intergouvernemental du patrimoine de la culture immatérielle qui a décidé d'inscrire le couscous, et surtout mes remerciements à l'organe d'évaluation qui a étudié et recommandé l'inscription de ce dossier multinational. Et également, je voudrais dire que le Maroc s'engage à préserver vraiment avec beaucoup d'ardeur ce savoir, ce savoir-faire, ces pratiques, parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'oralité dans les gastronomies maghrébines, et donc il y a cette notion d'essayer de préserver les savoirs qui, malgré leur oralité, doivent être transmis, et donc c'est dans la transmission qu'on va trouver l'universalité de tout cela pour les générations futures. Donc voilà, je suis très heureux et je félicite tous mes collègues ainsi que tous les participants à cette réunion. Merci à vous.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you. I will now recognize Mauritania.
Thank you, cher President. Pour la Mauritanie, de toute façon, il nous plaît de savoir que votre honorable comité a inscrit ce dossier qui nous est très cher, les savoirs, savoir-faire et pratiques liées à la production et à la consommation du couscous au comité du patrimoine mondial. Nous saluons le travail accompli par le comité d'évaluation. Nous saluons le travail accompli par tout le comité d'adoption. Nous saluons le travail et félicitons celui réalisé par les experts des différents pays concernés, qui sont des pays amis et frères, voisins, qui ont une histoire séculaire commune et un mode de vie commun, dont la preuve aujourd'hui, ce plat culinaire qui nous est très cher. Permettez-moi, parce que c'est notre expert qui m'a rappelé de dire cela, d'avoir une pensée particulière à l'expert marocain, M. Moustapha Nami, qui a vraiment accompagné ce dossier et qui malheureusement est disparu avant de voir ce dossier aboutir. Nous nous félicitons donc de cette coopération sous-régionale maghrébine qui mettra sans doute en valeur et contribuera à la préservation du savoir-faire, des os et coutumes liées à cette spécialité culinaire maghrébine, et qu'on veillera à ce qu'elle soit universelle, Inch'Allah. Je vous remercie infiniment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all. I will now ask the evaluation body to make its next presentation to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is the shimame submitted by Argentina. Shimame is a form of popular cultural expression that is mainly practiced in the Corrientes province. Its key components include a style of close embrace, dancing, where participants hold each other chest to chest and follow the music without set choreography. Shimame highlights values such as love for one's land, local fauna and flora, religious devotion, and a way of being. A journey expression pointing the harmony between the human nature, natural and spiritual realms. The evaluation body considered that the nomination proposes a wide variety of safeguarding measures, including the promotion of new species and the enhancement of existing ones, transmission of the related knowledge and know-how, informal education, promotional and preservation activities, support for the creation of new music productions, and research and identification measures. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of the elements on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for this detailed presentation on this file to the committee. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment on this file. So I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision as shown on the screens as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B15 adopted. Congratulations, Argentina. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes or have your video played.
Muchas gracias, señora presidenta, por la conducción de esta reunión y por hacernos visitar Jamaica tan querida, al menos espiritualmente. Gracias al comité, a sus miembros y al órgano evaluador por haber hecho posible esta inscripción tan esperada del chamamé en la lista representativa. Gracias también a Ernesto Tone, a Tim Curtis y a sus maravillosos equipos por habernos acompañado a lo largo de este camino, y también a nuestra directora general aquí presente por su trabajo incansable para hacer que la cultura en todas sus expresiones, su promoción y protección sean una realidad tangible. Los invitamos ahora a compartir un breve saludo de nuestras autoridades nacionales y provinciales y una pequeña muestra de la comunidad chamamecera que hoy está de fiesta. Muchas gracias.
Agradezco en nombre del pueblo argentino a la UNESCO. El chamamé es ahora patrimonio inmaterial de la humanidad. Nacida en nuestra querida provincia de Corrientes, en la Argentina, ahora se puede proyectar al mundo para poder ser disfrutado por los ciudadanos y ciudadanas de toda la humanidad.
Hoy es un día histórico para nuestra música y para el ser correntino, porque el chamamé, nuestro chamamé, ha sido declarado como Patrimonio Cultural Inmaterial de la Humanidad por la UNESCO. Felicito a todos los que hicieron posible este logro de la cultura de Corrientes y de Argentina, pero fundamentalmente a los compositores, músicos, recitadores y bailarines que nos representan en todo momento y lugar, generando sentimientos únicos que nacen de lo profundo de nuestro corazón.
Quiero que se canten Corrientes y allá en Santa Fe que se escuche el grito bien fuerte. Formosa y el Chaco con un bandoneón y allá por Misiones suena un acordeón y que hasta Entre Ríos llegue por el río. Esta es mi canción.
Thank you. Thank you. I will now ask, congratulations, Argentina. I will now ask the evaluation body to present its findings on the next nomination to the committee. Mr. Busaidi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Narbi Traditional Pomegranate Festivity and Culture submitted by Azerbaijan. Narbi is an annual festival in November in Azerbaijan, Guyuchay region that celebrates the pomegranate and its traditional use and symbolic meanings. Pomegranate culture is a set of practice, knowledge, traditions, and skill related to the cultivation of the fruit, which is used not only in a range of culinary contexts, but is also referred to in crafts, decorative arts, myths, storytelling, and other creative outlets. The element is linked to local agriculture and to the farmers and individuals in rural communities that grow and collect the fruit. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria and in particular appreciated that the inscription would raise awareness about other elements of local traditional culture based on agricultural practices. This well-prepared file is a good example of how the inscription of an element can contribute to ensuring the visibility and awareness of the significance of intangible cultural heritage in general. In conclusion, The evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Busaidi. The Bureau did not receive any request for debate or amendment on this file. I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision as shown on the screens as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B16 adopted. Congratulations, Azerbaijan. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Dear members of the committee, Azerbaijan would like to express its gratitude to the committee for having just inscribed Nar Bayramı, traditional pomegranate festivity and culture, on the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. We would also like to thank the evaluation body for its evaluation and careful examination of this nomination. The pomegranate culture plays an important role within the entire society in Azerbaijan. For every Azerbaijani, the pomegranate that we call nar is a symbol of culture and love, a marker of identity and cultural belonging. Communities sees in pomegranate symbols of unity, integrity and diversity, dynamism and perfection. Traditionally held in Göcay region of Azerbaijan every year, the Nar Bayramı festivity represents for communities a moment of special pride and celebration of centuries-old traditions, and we would like to congratulate the local community and local authorities of Göcay on this occasion. We would like to thank also the stakeholders involved in this preparation of the file, especially the communities, local authorities, as well as non-governmental organizations who have made a huge effort to focus on safeguarding of the pomegranate culture and will continue to partner to safeguard the element and transmit it to the next generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations. I now will give the floor to Mr. Busaidi to give us the findings on the next nomination. Mr. Busaidi,
Thank
the floor
you.
is yours.
The next file, Arts of Miniature, submitted by Azerbaijan, the Islamic Republic of Iran, Turkey, and Uzbekistan. The miniature is a type of two-dimensional artwork that involves the design and creation of small painting on books, paper mache, rags, textile, walls, ceramics, and other items using raw materials such as gold, silver, and various organic substances. Historically, the miniature was exemplified by book painting in which the text was supported visually, but the element has evolved and can also be observed in architecture and as an adornment in public spaces. The evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria and in particular appreciated the establishment of a collaborative network involving entities from all the submitting states during the preparation of the multinational nomination. Furthermore, the state parties support safeguarding measures centering on transmission and viability, visibility and awareness raising, international cooperation, academic activities and documentation, and training programs to enhance the practice. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Busaidi. The Bureau did not receive any request for debate or amendments for this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision on this file as shown on the screens as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B17 adopted. Congratulations to the submitting states. I understand there is a video to be played. I'd ask the secretary to proceed to play the video. Thank you.
On 19-cu əsrdə və 20-ci əsrin əvvəllərində Azərbaycan miniatür sənətində inkişafında hərəkat başladı.
Müasir dövrümüzdə də Azərbaycanda miniatür sənəti yenə də davam etdirilir və bu ənənələrə sadiq qalan bir çox həmkarlarımız var və biz birlikdə bu miniatür sənətini yaşatmağa çalışırıq.
The art of miniature is called Negargari in Iran and is deeply rooted in the Iranian culture and literature.
حس‌حال و روحیه ایرانی گل و مرغ ساختن ادبیات ما مملو از گل و پرنده است.
The Shahnameh books by Hafiz, Saadi and Nizami are illustrated by Negargari. Negargari is also part of the modern Iranian art.
Miniature is the art of illustrating stories, events or knowledge by a method of painting. In Ottoman era, this art was called nakis or tasvir and its practitioners were called nakas. In Turkey, the element is widely known and practiced all across the country, as a part of cultural and historical identity.
Будучи монументальным в конце XIV, в первой половине XV века, изобразительное искусство становится миниатюрным. Теперь в буквальном смысле можно было прикоснуться к прекрасному.
При нанесении цвета миниатюрист проходит каждой краской по всему рисунку поочередно. То есть, прописав все детали композиции одним цветом, переходит к предметам другого цвета.
Thank you. Congratulations again. I will now ask Mr. Busaide to take the floor to present the findings of the evaluation body on the next nomination.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is Traditional Art of Naqshi Kanatha Embroidery, submitted by Bangladesh. Naqshi Kanatha is an embroidered quilt with a pictorial design and or floral pattern covering its surface on either side. Naqshi Kanatha serves a number of functions and can be used as a floor mat, a wearable wrap, a bag, or a given as a gift. Each category has its own specific name. The evaluation body considered that criteria R1 is met, but that the nomination provided is not sufficient to determine whether criteria R2, R3, R4, and R5 are satisfied. In particular, the nomination failed to explain how the inscription of the element would contribute to ensuring the visibility and awareness of the significance of intangible cultural heritage in general. Moreover, the state party does not sufficiently demonstrate how the communities were involved in planning the proposed safeguarding measures or how the safeguarding measures support the activities of female embroideries. Furthermore, the nomination does not provide clear information on the name of the inventory and periodicity or modality of updating of the inventory. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends that this nomination be referred to the submitting state. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you for the detailed explanation of the findings during the evaluation of this file. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment for this file. May I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision as shown on the screens as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare Decision 15.com 8B18 adopted. Bangladesh, you are now recognized for 2 minutes. Thank you. Bangladesh, you may take the floor. I assume Bangladesh is not connected, so I will move on to the next file and give the floor to Mr. Busaidi for him to present the findings of the evaluation body on the next nomination. Mr. Busaidi?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next file is grass mowing competition custom in Cyprus, submitted by Bosnia and Herzegovina. The most important social event in the Cyprus municipality is the annual mowing competition that takes place in July at a specific meadow called Staragenica, which is also the local name of the custom. The contest involves the manual mowing of grass using a system and judged by the time, effort, and amount mounts, as cutting grass at that altitude requires strength and special techniques. After initiating a dialogue process, the evaluation body considered that the nomination meets all 5 criteria. The file demonstrates that the inscription of the mowing competition custom in Cyprus would further raise awareness among the local population of the values the element carries in terms of the overall life and development of their local community and area. In conclusion, the evaluation body recommends the inscription of this element on the representative list. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Busaidi. The Bureau did not receive any requests for debate or amendment for this file. I therefore ask the committee to adopt draft decision as shown on the screens as a whole. I see no objection. I therefore declare decision 15.com 8B19 adopted. Congratulations to Bosnia and Herzegovina. You may now take the floor for 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, distinguished Madam Chairperson. Can I speak? Excuse me. Do you allow me? Distinguished Madam Chairperson, distinguished committee members, speaking on behalf of the community that inherits the custom of mowing in Cyprus, I would like to thank everyone who recognized the importance of the work of the local community and gave their support to their efforts to safeguard the tradition. Inscription on the national list, and in particular inscription on the UNESCO list, contribute to raising awareness not only of the importance of intangible heritage, but also of the importance of its further activities and transmission to young people. This is a recognition of Bosnia and Herzegovina, but more than that, it is an incentive for the residents of the small town of Cyprus to continue to inherit their tradition, which is deeply imbued with the nature that surrounds them. The custom of mowing is felt by the people of Cyprus as a very valuable tradition, a part of their identity, and they try to safeguard it despite the numerous obstacles brought by the modern way of life. In these conditions, safeguarding of intangible heritage plays a significant role. It raises the quality of life, encourages creativity, brings cultures together, and generates intercultural cooperation and dialogue. Thanks again to everyone, and I wish you successful continuation of your work.
Thank you, and congratulations again. Director General, Assistant Director General, ladies and gentlemen, before we finish the session, I would like to remind you that the Bureau will meet again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Paris time. As we have done previously, we will meet at the same Zoom link as the main meeting. I invite the Vice Chairpersons and Rapporteur to join us by 1 p.m. so that we may start promptly. Finally, I would like to let you know that as we close, we will be showing the video from Saudi Arabia and Kuwait for their file, Traditional Weaving of Al-Sadu. This will be followed by some more reggae music. I really hope you enjoy it. And I want to thank you so much for your cooperation and participation today. It was wonderful. I declare today's session adjourned.
As-sadu is the traditional weaving practiced across the Arabian Peninsula. As-sadu in Arabic means the weaving that is formed in a horizontal style. The loom used in the weaving is also called as-sadu. The traditional weaving of as-sadu is practiced by the ladies across the Gulf countries and the Middle East. As-sadu is practiced across the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, among Bedouin tribes who settle in several parts of the country. As-sadu was created by the Bedouin tribes in the past as part of their livelihood in the desert climate. The materials used to make as-sadu came from their surrounding environment. Their weaving techniques created thick and durable panels which are used to build tents and other products that help them in their daily living.
أول ما نبتدي نموت مثل البنت صار عندها عريس والله شيء مرة يا أخي بك نساعدني اليوم